In this video, I'm gonna showcase you our process of how to become a true data-driven company, turn your raw data into actionable insights to increase your revenue, increase your retention, reduce your churn, and increase your overall enterprise value as a company. And of course, to end result to gain a competitive edge in your marketplace. I'm gonna go through the exact steps we do with our clients so they literally can go from basically their data scattered all across their enterprise, not knowing what works, not having insights from their data that forces them to act and to produce key business outcomes, and from not knowing where to implement more advanced solutions as AI, LLMs, machine learning, and how to utilize data even more to basically to its fullest effectiveness to generate strategic business outcomes. Now, why should you even listen to me in the first place? Is basically my name is Ali Schiffer, and I am a CEO and the founder here at Astella. And we drove way over plus 20 million in revenue for companies, clients, just by bridging the gap between business and data, basically helping them with their data analytics, business intelligence, and AI initiatives. We implemented multiple end-to-end analytical systems, ecosystems, built multiple analytical dashboards. Basically, our goal is to provide you with actionable insights, aka increase your data maturity so you're able to utilize data at such effectiveness that increases your revenue, increases your profits, decreases your churn, and of course hits your top priority business objectives, right? Because data is the new oil, and basically the future it's moving in that sense and that direction. And if you're not utilizing data right now, pretty much you should be, because you don't want to get left behind. Now, what's the process that we do? So the first step is custom data strategy and roadmap. This is probably one of the most important part of the whole process. And why? Because majority of the companies start with the end outcome, aka the deliverable. Let's say we want to build a dashboard, but that's completely wrong, because you need to first dissect the problem, dissect the goals that we want to achieve with it. So in this step, we conduct deep assessment of the company and conduct deep stakeholder end user interviews. Basically, you need to uncover current state, desired state, challenges, goals, problems, top priority, what business questions each executive, each department prioritizes it, how they measure success with it, what questions they want to have it answered every day, how they utilize the data right now, and what actions and decisions each business question allows them to do. Right. Basically, this helps them also. This we also utilize certain frameworks to remove surface level metrics, surface level questions, so we don't have that cluttered up because they don't provide quantifiable outcome for the business. The goal here is just to align with data with business objectives overall. We also assess their current infrastructure, technologies they currently use, and understand where the pitfalls might happen. Right. And after we have that, we develop a roadmap. Basically, the roadmap is the initiatives that we're going to conduct. These are the initiatives that we're going to conduct right now that are lowest hanging fruits. Basically, they are high feasible to do, and they provide high business value in the first 30 to 60 days, right? And the goal here is speed, because we want to get deployed this as fast as possible to reach the product maturity cycle. And if you don't know what product maturity cycle is, basically when a product reaches a level which we call nirvana here, where it's 100% adopted, achieves quantifiable results for the client, aka the solution. Let's say in this example, predictive churn model for technology company, and they're reducing the churn rate by, let's say, 20% in the first 3 months. It's going good. It's adopted by their customer success team, and basically they cannot live without it. That's one of the third steps, how we define the product maturity stage. And what that basically tells us that this solution basically delivers very, very high quantifiable result for the company, and they are basically utilizing data to becoming a really true data driven. And I got a little bit off the point here, but basically we develop a roadmap based on the feasibility and high business value. That's where we start. Like, we start small, so we can deploy this as fast as possible, and we start basically with the lowest hanging fruits. Now, in this example, let's say I can pop this. Let me showcase you one example of the roadmap. Let's say I think it has here sales analytical dashboard. It's a little bit bad to see, but we're able to see here how the time frame goes. The next initiative could be, let's say, forecasting, or in the next one it could be, let's say, I don't know, I think here sets marketing forecasting dashboard or something like that, right? It basically we have the initiatives planned out, and of course this stuff changes. It's not like set in stone, constantly changes, but it basically helps the client and the end user, who's going to be basically you watching this. It will help you gain a clear idea of, okay, what's happening, when we will get this, and how we can increase our data maturity as fast as possible. Now, the next steps is data architecture development, basically the data stack. That's one of the probably the most important stuff that we do. Is you need to gain to basically gain insights from your data and actually utilize it as a strategic edge, you need to have it unified, meaning you need to have data from all your softwares, from your all data sources unified in one place, basically your data warehouse, right? And if you don't know how the data architecture works, let me show you the picture. Basically, you have your data sources, you have your data transportations, basically ETL tools where extracts, transforms, and load the data inside of the data warehouse. You have your data warehouses where you store the data and basically model the data into basically business type of data, meaning analytical type of data inside of the semantic layer, which is basically utilized then in the reporting and producing business outcomes, right? Either machine learning models, AI, and so on and so forth. And you can see here also some other tools like, let's say, real-time event data, the data transformation tools, reverse ETLs, orchestrations. Basically, these are all the key parts of whole architecture system. Of course, every single company is going to be a little bit different, but that's the standard here, right? And if you don't know how to build this, I'll link down below one video which is a full guide of how to build a data architecture specifically for your company, what tools to pick, how to pick them, and basically A to Z roadmap of how to do this yourself so you have a unified data and clean data to be able to utilize it for decision making processes and as I said, as a strategic edge in the marketplace. Now, once that is done, of course, the data architecture development is not like simple thing to do. It's not like, okay, let us do that very quickly. No, it takes time. You need to clean the data as well. You need to make sure that certain procedures are in place. You need to conduct also certain, you need to might change also certain processes inside of the data warehouses, inside of the data sources. You need to set clear data quality audits and automations. So you need to set up the tools correctly, like data warehouses, orchestration tools like Airflow, DBT, and so on and so forth. Then after that, the data is modeled and basically when I say model, that means that all the metrics are calculated inside of the data warehouse and basically can be utilized to produce business objectives, let's say for decision-making processes or maybe for more advanced solutions as AI and machine learning. Then majority of the times from that semantic layer, aka BI layer, you pull the data inside of the dashboards, so it's visualized there, utilize it for LLMs, aka AI solutions, and so on and so forth, right? Basically, you get the point what I'm trying to say here. Basically, let me just zoom in again. Data sources extract the data, store it, and here it models. And then it model basically when it models, it's ready to be utilized for business producing outcomes, like real life use cases, and then here is to be visualized inside of the analytical solutions, like dashboards and so on and so forth. Of course, it can be utilized also in other more advanced solutions as machine learning models and LLMs. Now, then we develop analytical dashboards, okay, solution development. Here we develop analytical solutions, dashboards, aligning your core goals, needs, and priorities. And we utilize specific frameworks for making sure that this gets adopted at 100% rate, right? That's the goal. Now, here is some of the dashboard that we developed, or as you can see here, every single solution is developed by strict criteria. If you don't know how to develop analytical dashboard yourself or any solution, I'll link down below also a video going basically in depth of how to build analytical dashboard to get adopted and to produce actionable insights, not just basic historical surface level metrics, which are 99% of the dashboards on this world, but actionable dashboards that literally forces you to act to hit your top priority goals. Now, the deployment is the fourth step. Is basically, as I said, we want to get this deployed as fast as possible to reach product maturity stage, right? And we work in terms of iterative cycles, which is the key. You cannot treat this as a one-time project. No, the goal is here to get this adopted as fast as possible and get this MVP, we call it here alpha, to the end user as fast as possible, so they can use the solution, they can use the data, and then you iterate based on the feedback. Basically, that's how the majority of software products are made. And that's how this should be done as well. But for some reason, majority of the companies, firms, consultancies don't do this, right? And basically the deployment, in short lines to summarize it, we also provide clear documentation next to it, SOPs, business glossaries, and other governance documentations as data dictionaries, etc., right? And after that, then the goal is of course maintenance and support, which the goal is of course product maturity stage, and how it looks like this product maturity, which I already talked a little bit about it at the start of the video, is basically deployment, iterations and feedback, and product maturity. Basically, the product reaches a certain stage where it provides you with quantifiable results. It's 100% adopted by the end user in the company, and basically the company and the end user simply cannot live without it, right? We basically maintain the solution. Here is important to constantly maintain it, support it, and of course improve it gradually. You cannot just leave it and think that's like a plug and play thing and that's set and done. No, things are going to change very fast in the business, and if data doesn't adapt, your business changes, it's basically worthless. And the sixth is basically the new cycle, the new sprint, basically where we can see data to be utilized in other departments, in other sectors in your company, that will provide high business value and it's also high feasible. Then we continue there and we conduct and repeat basically the similar step. As you can see here, that's the use case of the roadmap shown here in the last step as well. And that's how we do it. That's how every single company should do it, to become data driven and of course to reach and increase your data maturity curve, basically going from chaotic and then going from data answering them questions such as what happened, why happened, what might happen, and making data answer the questions of how we can make it happen, basically building the foundation to utilize more advanced solutions as AI and machine learning. Now, if by chance anything that I just mentioned to you in this video is relevant to you, we will turn your, basically our offer is that we will turn your raw data into actionable insights to increase your revenue, retention, EBITDA, and gain you an edge in the marketplace by building custom analytical solutions end to end and becoming your data partner, making sure the data constantly evolves to your needs, goals, and priorities, giving you a constant edge. So if that's interesting to you and you want to become a data-driven company, you can book a call with our exploration team and we'll be glad to help you.